It is day 3 here at the Gold League. Is this working? Okay, I think it's working now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of the WGL Summer 2020 tournament. We will say goodbye today to 4 players. It's the first day of elimination. It is day 2 of Group A and B, where we see the winner bracket final to determine the first player that goes into the playoffs and the first player who gets eliminated from the tournament. It is Lawliet versus Sock. It is 1-0 versus Alice. And in Group B, a banger of a match! We get Moon versus Lin and Linguagua versus Colorful. So it's the battle of the boys. It is my boy Linguagua versus Colorful, that guy who we talked yesterday about with Snowkiss. Of course, Snowkiss will be on the show in a minute, and then we talk everything. What a crazy, crazy day yesterday. 4 round of 16. The games absolutely delivered, especially Group C. I was very happy with that. In case you didn't see the matches, we have a highlight video up on Facebook and on YouTube. Art of Warcraft is doing these every single day. It's like the games are over and this kid is already working on it. So big shout out to Art of... I think she's ready. There, my favorite part of the day begins.
Oh, hi.
Hey Snookus, how are you doing?
Nice to see you again. I'm pretty well, as you can see. I'm getting ready. And how are you, Bertha?
I am very good. I gotta be honest, I had a couple of drinks yesterday night, so I'm still a little tired, as always, but I'm super excited for the games today.
As well. Seems like we have a little bit laggy today. Do you feel lag when I talk?
Okay.
Like my voice has been a bit delayed.
For me it's fine. Maybe it's
fine?
just on... Yeah?
Maybe it's my problem, though.
Okay.
Because, we have the worst internet, so never mind.
Yeah, in Australia it's pretty brutal, right? You're not really connected to anything.
That's
But,
right.
yeah. So sorry.
So
I think we will...
Yesterday's match, it was super big surprise for us.
Really? What was so surprising?
Actually, I think Western players surprised us a lot. And Exlo did quite well yesterday. Like, everyone was like, wow, this is really good Undead player. And it seems like, oh, there's another Undead player from Western, which is pretty strong, other than Happy. And
Yes.
Foggy surprised us a lot as well. So yesterday was, I think it's a big Western day, even though Exlo lost to Fly on the 3rd game. But however, his spotter always say, if he play offline, maybe in China, have a better ping, he could take a game.
I think so too. I was really surprised by Exod as well, like how well he was able to play the Crypt Lord. We knew it would be a Crypt Lord, and we knew that he's very strong, but unbelievable. Like, the games were so crazy, and it was cool to see. It was not the standard game, and it felt like none of the players really know what to do. They were playing a lot on the fly and were adapting to the situation.
Because from my point of view is, I think Fly know the 3 games. According to the bank pick, he know that gonna be the fast expansion with Creep Law, and he deal with the fast expansion, but however, he did very well. He was struggling a lot in the 1st and the 2nd game.
It was so sad at the end. Like, maybe there was a little bit of a ping issue. We had a break in game 3 because of the ping. If that's offline, yeah, that is what the Western community says as well. If this match is offline with normal conditions, then X-Lord probably takes it. So,
I think so as well.
Will the Chinese Undeads now play Crypt Lord as well?
I think they were tried before, because because I've seen some times they streaming, like WFZ. He trying to use fast expansion with Creep Law, but somehow I think he just stick with DK nowadays. Try to play safe.
As always, the Chinese, right?
But the thing is, maybe 1-0 gonna try it, who knows? Because he always creative and he always tries something new.
Would be super awesome. So, do you think that X-Lord has a chance against Focus?
I definitely
tomorrow?
think so. Because to me, maybe nowadays, I think Fly is better than Focus. I'm just sorry to say this, but according to performance and result-wise, I think Fly are stronger than Focus. If like X-Lo can deal with Fly, so he probably can deal with Focus as well.
Yeah, Focus has now one day to prepare and find some solutions against the Crypt Lord. And in the Western scene, like, the thing to play against it is with headhunters and not with grunts. So maybe Focus will adapt to that. And then we have a different match again. It's going to be cool.
I think so as well, but the thing is, in like Asia, like Chinese and Korean style, those undead never use Cripple as first. So maybe it's like 1 or 2 days. It's not enough for them to prepare how to deal with Cripple fast suspension. That's the thing. It's only 1 day, They have to get used to it, like at least a week or something.
Yeah. So yesterday I told you that X-Lord is just playing for fun, right? And I think now that he takes it a lot more serious than I thought, because we asked him for a little interview after the games, and he didn't want to. He was too disappointed, I think.
Really?
Yeah, so it seems like he does care a lot, and it's rare for X-Lord to...
very bad for the 3rd game, because he had a huge chance to take the game, actually.
Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow it's better, because X-Lord on camera is always super interesting. He's kind of a troll. He's always super funny, and yeah, we need him to do an interview so you Chinese guys can see it as well.
Yeah, we want to have interview as well with X-Lord. Actually, yes, he did so well yesterday. I think for him, maybe he just think he is so close, so he can make it after yesterday's match. So that's why he take more serious.
It was really cool to it was really cool to see on Twitter a lot of Chinese fans were writing to him like, hey, I'm an Undead player from China, I was so impressed. So seems like there's a lot of love for X-Lord right now.
That's right. Undead player always popular. So to believe, because I always think like Undead player always have like a lot of fan
Yeah.
base. Maybe those player base like more Undead player on like around the world. Because to me, I think Undead player always popular. I
think so too. And maybe it's because the Undead never really win anything before 2012, I think. We always suffered so hard. There was no big star. There was no Moon for Undead. There was no Lin or Grubby for Undead. So there was always a little pity for the Undead race. Maybe that's the reason. Right.
And maybe we need some hero to, save us.
We got some heroes now. We got Ted, we got 120, and we got Happy. So
yeah, but we used to have Happy, and we hope we'll have Happy in the future. And we just really hope he can back to competitive thing for participating in more tournaments to show for his fans and for his supporter, because he has huge fan base in China.
Yeah, he will definitely play the ESL tournament.
Okay.
How do you Chinese think about that? The Gold League, I think if the final is in Shanghai, then he's coming again. Right. He just really doesn't want to play on netties from Russia.
Yeah, I think it's pretty hard this year due to some reason.
Yep.
Next year will be fine. And also, like, there's fans who's like disappointed that he didn't join for the team league.
Yes.
Because that was like everyone play online as well, and there's a Western team who joined the team league. So everyone's asking why Happy don't join the team league,
Yeah, he would have been a great addition for UMAD. Maybe then they don't suck too much. It was really embarrassing at the end. Well, at least they qualified. That was nice. So
that's fun, like pretty understandable for high ping a player. Because some player, maybe those player who can't understand what 200 ping means to a player. So yeah, we can understand.
I don't know, because we have the great example of Remind, who won a lot of games and who played so great in the team league. And he has a high ping as well.
Yeah, but I'm not sure. But every time when I see he play, he struggled a lot, especially against Undead. Because Micro was so important against Undead as an elf player, especially in the early game for Archer. Nowadays, Archer was so strong and with like 2 BC for mass school. So he always struggling a lot to play against Undead, because there's no way for him to Micro and save the Archers with 200 ping. So.
Yeah, that is really rough indeed. So I briefly touched on the ESL tournament. What do you guys think about it? Is that something the community is hyped for, that you look forward to?
To be very honest, like everyone, there's people who talk about ESL tournament in China community, but the thing is, seems like the lack of attention, because maybe the Chinese view more attention to the WGL, the Gold League, as one of the most important tournament for them. ESL just like, there is some attention, but not as much as the Gold League and the Team League. Yeah, such a shame.
Yeah, what could be the reason? Is it because the ESL is just not doing tournaments for such a long time and it's now coming back and you need some trust before you get hyped for a tournament?
Yes, that's one of the reasons. And also they didn't like advertising that much and like trying to say everyone like it's a big tournament, it's a worldwide, it's huge fan base, something like this. You know, WGL always do this advertisements like it's one of the best class Warcraft tournament, blah blah blah. And everyone, the top player who join, you know, because everyone just take this very seriously as a pro player. They all know this is the most important tournament they're going to play for the year. But ESL just like, I think the lack of attention in maybe Asian community. I'm not sure about Korean, because I think Korean community is the same as well. Because Korean player more attend to the Go League.
Yeah. Okay, I have to change that then. We need to bring more attention.
Yeah, that's your
because
job, to tell them more attention to the Asian market.
Yeah, I heard that there's a little issue that because of the firewall in China, the Chinese players couldn't really sign up at first. So I hope that is fixed now. I tried to fix that, but
yeah, that happened for StarCraft too. For StarCraft previously, and there is some issue with ESL because there is tournament held by ESL for many years ago where the player didn't receive the prize money.
Oh, really?
In China, yeah. So I think
how many years ago?
As well.
Do you remember?
You know that?
No. I'm really surprised because ESL is usually the most professional league here in Europe.
Yeah.
So
I believe that's true news because like I heard this from a lot of player and staff as well.
Yeah.
It actually happened. I'm not sure it's caused by ESL or some third party because that might happen, you know, like if you find some third party to do it for you in China based. But it actually happened a few years ago.
Okay. Yeah, I think things are better now. The ESL has, I think, an office in Beijing. So I think they figured it out by now. Let's hope so, at least.
Yeah, I hope they, you know, care more for Asian market.
I'm pretty sure
nowadays, like, we can't even hear anything from ESL as a Chinese fans.
Really?
Yeah.
But they did a big tournament, didn't they?
People who's writing for ESL, it's just like Keke, that Weibo.
Yeah.
Like translating all those news. There's tournament for ESL, like the day is 24th, 25th, 26th, and you can sign up for blah, blah, blah. But there's like non-official website. There's no way you can see the actual tournament. And we're seeing this from you guys because you made it like a video or something.
Yeah.
Saying, like, ESL tournament for this and that. And we translate from your video into Chinese version to show those viewers, you know?
Okay.
So it's just like, I hope they're doing this and tell everyone there is ESL official tournament which is open and now you can able to register.
Looks like I need to do a Weibo account
extra
then.
work.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk briefly about Infi and Focus. Your thoughts on that match?
According to Infi's interview, he was saying like nowadays he couldn't really concentrate on tournament, like competitive thing, because he's more focused on the streaming wise. As we can see, he lost to Focus in the first game. He's not bad, but he's just not as best as his shape.
Yeah.
As we can see.
I think the first game was just not the right strategy. The fast expansion maybe a little too greedy. And Focus played really well on map 1, I think. Way better than expected. He had great timings and there was just a wonderful play by Focus. But once Infi picked the right strategy, Focus barely had any chance anymore in game 2 and 3. That was my thoughts on the game.
Because pretty much like we all believe Infi is one of the most talented player in China. He's so creative and his Warcraft like talent is so great. As long as he focuses and he's concentrating, he tells himself, I'm going to win this, so he can do it. Everyone have a faith for him.
Okay. We talked a little bit about Foggy versus WFZ, and you were really impressed.
We were
Tell
impressed.
us about it. Boxing champ. Yeah. It's just Foggy and the Gold League. I don't know what it is, if he's on drugs during Gold League, but he's just so good when it's this tournament. He's always the best for the Gold League.
That's right. I think Gold League is just a league for Foggy.
Yeah.
It's just a tournament for him to prove himself.
Yeah.
And he did it yesterday. At the same time, I think WFZ was like very, very nervous. Same as a little bit like colorful. I'm so sorry to say this, but he always played very bad during the major tournament.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except when it's a team league. Then he plays pretty good, like he defeated TH and he defeated Moon in the team league. But if he's on his own, it doesn't really work. So it feels like he needs a coach or something.
I think sometimes you have to break your own mental problem. It's not really a problem, but just something when you face for tournament. Because you tell yourself, this is one of the most important tournament. And here I get nervous. His hands shaking, you know.
Yeah, about WFZ, I heard that he wanted to quit in a couple of months ago because the Chinese community was so rough to him, so hard. And then he decided not to. So with the weak performance of yesterday, did the community jump on him again? Were they mean again towards WFZ?
Yeah, for a few months ago, just because the beginning of the team league and he lost to Sock in a very important tournament as the first show, and he lost to Fast in the second game for team league. So that's why it was pretty bad. Like everyone just said to him, please retire. It's not the field for you. You shouldn't be a pro gamer. It's a very harsh way for those like Chinese viewer, you know, to say to the player. Sometimes I feel like it's pretty bad to say this, but I think, yeah, you know, it's pretty bad. It's always like this, the community in China. They're pretty harsh. And he was like, I think he had so bad days. And then he was like, maybe I think of retire. But after a few weeks, he's like, no, I'm not going to retire. I'm going to play more. And somehow he did it. He was doing quite well. But nowadays, people was like, I have no hope for WFZ. I have no expectation for him. So even though he lost and he win, if he win, it was like, oh, huge surprise. And if he lost, like, oh, that's WFZ.
Is that maybe because he is part of Team Yumiko and not Team TH and Infi?
I'm not sure about this, but I think he had okay fan base for his streaming because he's streaming like quite a long time as well. He has some supporter, very loyal fan as well. But those fans were just like, we hope you to win, but if you can't do it, we're fine.
Okay, that's good. All right, so today's games, we will start with Lawliet and Sock.
Oh.
In my opinion, Lawliet is a big favorite.
Me too.
Okay.
I do strongly agree with this. Even though Thok is one of the best human player from Korea, but according to previous result, and now this is the current meta, as we all mentioned, humans not as strong as before.
Yep.
With no idea why. There's like seems it's not really nerf human, but maybe buff other race.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think Lawliet are gonna win. 90%,
I think so.
I would say. Not 100%.
Yeah. I think so too. Sock is also one of the players who does really good at Gold League. Last season, he had this crazy group with Happy and Infi and Moon, and he won the group. So he's pretty good, and he should be very prepared, I think. But this is the best Lawliet that we have probably ever seen. So my money is on Lawliet as well. Second match, I don't think we need to talk about it much. Like it's like 1-0 versus Alice.
Dominating
this must
match.
be, yeah. This must be 1-0's game.
For sure, dominating match.
Yeah, I think so too. So Group B is a little more interesting today because we get Moon versus Lin. Your thoughts on the match?
I listened to Lin's interview because he said he had 30% of chance, where Moon stands 70% of chance, and everyone believed this as well. Because to Lin, it's just so weird. I think he can against all of the elf, like Lawliet, Foggy, any other elf, but not Moon.
Yeah.
He seems like lost his shape. Just play against Moon.
Yeah, it feels like Moon is the nemesis, and he has some sort of mental block against him. But in the interviews as well, we saw that he really wants to face Moon. He really wants to beat him, and he's very, very motivated to finally overcome Moon. So I'm curious now if Lin is showing something new today, or if he's saving the strategies for the grand final, because they could meet again in the grand final.
I think if he come up something new, he should save for the grand final.
Really?
Because for him, I think it's pretty easy for him to qualify from the group stage. At the moment, there's nothing too hard for him. So I think he should save for maybe semi-final or final.
But what if you get eliminated from the quarterfinal and then all the new strategies will not be shown and it wasn't worth it? Maybe you get it
eliminated, even though he lost 2 more.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think it's going to be a great match. We saw in the Korean League that he played some demolishers with burning oil and all crazy stuff. So I'm looking forward to this. I think maybe 60% chance for Moon, though, because he seems so unbeatable versus Orc. He just knows what to do, but never underestimate Lin. He's the greatest.
Yes, I do agree. And somehow Lin has so much fan base, and because he speaks good Chinese, you know.
Yeah.
And he's fluent Chinese. So everyone just like, it's really interesting to see if Lin can win Moon in such major tournament. Because according to the previous result, it was pretty, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good this year. But who has the bigger fan base? Is it Moon or is it Lin?
Definitely Moon.
Definitely
There's no doubt. Definitely
Okay.
Moon. I think worldwide maybe Moon.
Yeah, I think so too.
All happy.
Really? I think it's Moon.
Moon?
Yeah.
Or I believe in Asian thing, it's definitely for Moon. Maybe Western's happy.
A lot of people don't like Happy because of his personality. For example, when you're in his chat and you say like GG, just that, you get banned. Like, yeah, he's not very nice to his viewers most of the time.
Okay.
Yeah, and
that's
he's not. Reason. That's one of the reasons I think he's not like Foggy, who does the boxing gestures. He's just sitting there and he's playing a game. It sometimes feels a little robotic. Yeah, so there's no real personality translating to the fans, I think.
And I think one of the reasons that everyone supported Moon so much is because he was so professional. And I've heard so many tournaments, and there's fans queuing up for 1 or 2 hours just to get Moon's signature. And he was so patient. Yeah, and then he would just like sign one by one. Even though the venue's closing down, he was asking, can I stay longer to sign for my fan? Even like 1 or 2 hours for the long queue.
Yeah. He's a real professional in every single regard. It was super crazy at WCG in Xi'an, where we were with you. It was also super crazy at WCA 2015. I don't know if you were there.
I didn't went there.
It was completely crazy because people were just running after him and security had to get him away from the fans because it was just so many fans. And that was in Yinchuan, you know, and there's not too many people in Yinchuan, I think.
Yeah. Every time when I like see Moon, there's offline tournament because I feel those Warcraft fans just come here for Moon.
Yeah.
I just have this kind of feeling because everyone like screaming and yelling, oh, Moon, I need a signature, something like this. Like, compared to Moon, other players just like, you know, pretty sad. I just feel everyone come here just to watch Moon and get Moon's signature, take a selfie, you know.
It would probably be the same for Grubby if he one day decides to play a tournament again, but hopefully that's somewhere in the future. Last game of the day.
Because everyone's asking, do you think he's gonna come for professional, competitive thing for Warcraft?
No, I don't think so. I think he enjoys streaming a lot. I think he likes to do commentary, but it's a very different thing, as you know, to play in a tournament and to just have fun on stream. So he doesn't want to be too stressed anymore with these tournaments. He doesn't want to prepare for 6-7 hours for one opponent specifically. So maybe if there's a big show match with a lot of money on the line, I could see that. But just for fun, I don't think so.
I think so as well. I think that's the same thing about TH and Infi as well. Because meanwhile, for their streaming, because they stream like 6 and 7, I think 6 hours a day. Besides that, they have to practice. Because I heard before Infi off stream like around 1 or 2 a.m. They have to practice until 6 and 7 a.m. and then go sleep.
Oh, that's a fucked up sleep schedule.
Life. So I think that's one of the reasons that he didn't concentrating on competitive so much nowadays.
Yeah.
It's pretty tired.
Yeah, we're all getting older, and Infi is married as far as I know, so that takes time as well. Understandable. Last game of the day is Colorful versus Linguagua. We talked about Colorful a lot yesterday. You know, I'm a big fan of Linguagua. And yes, he lost to Lin, but he tried something cool with the TC first, and I think it showed a little bit of his personality at the very end when he sent the sad smiley GG, and he was laughing on stream. So to me, even though I can't understand him, I think he's a very likable character.
That's right.
Do you agree?
All right. So I got a warning today from Neo. It's like, don't say anything bad from Lin Guagua. Okay, so from now on, I'm gonna say all the positive thing about Lin Guagua.
Good.
All right. So actually, he's not a new player like everyone knows. He's probably active for more than 8 years. He's like pretty much active for 8 years. And nowadays, I think he's trying to stream more, and he want to cast more. Because as we can see, he cast some team tournament and gold league as well. So he want to trying to cast more. Maybe I think sometimes I ask him, maybe he think he don't have the confidence to be S-class player. So maybe he want to try something else instead of playing like streamer and casting wise. But I think this time he definitely prepared a lot. Yeah,
looks like it. It's really interesting to me because we know him for maybe a year now, and immediately he's becoming a caster and he's part of the casting desk and the analysis. So is there something that makes him special? Does he have a lot of charisma? Is he funny? What's his strength?
I think to me, maybe nowadays in Chinese community, we don't have that much caster. We have to say about this because for Warcraft, basically the caster just like ex-pro gamer, just like what you're see WFZ. They casted with me a few months ago. So we pretty much like to use those pro gamer or ex-pro gamer to become a caster. Same as Xun, because he used to be a pro gamer as well. So pretty much we have the basic understanding of the game. And then if you're appearance-wise, everything was alright. Just like Lin Guagua, everyone say, "Oh, he's kind of cute and handsome, though." But pretty much he'll look good in the camera, you know.
That's the main thing, that he looks good. Okay.
I didn't say this. Like professional is the main thing, but according to what your face, you're like, "Oh, he's handsome." So I'm not the one who's saying this, but you're the one who pointed out.
He's great all the way. He's a great all-round talent. It's always funny at WFZ though when he's casting. It's like this. Seems like he's scared.
He looks so serious when he casts. Don't be so serious.
It's just funny. All right, so against Colorful, do you think he has a chance?
I definitely think he has a chance, to be very honest, because I think he prepared a lot for this tournament. And Colorful, just like, it seems like not depends on Lin Guagua's side. It depends how much Colorful can perform.
Ah, that's a good point.
I feel this way.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed with Colorful in his game against Moon. So I think it's going to be 50-50. Of course, I'm rooting for Lin Guagua, I'm cheering for my boy, but it's not going to be easy. So I'm looking forward to that match a lot.
It's not going to be easy, definitely, for sure. And I think Colorful is a very important character for this tournament, like how much he can perform. If he can perform 120%, and he has higher chance, definitely. If he performs, because I think Elf against Orc is pretty much Elf advantage. Nowadays. Yeah. I'm not sure what do you think, but to me, I think Elf has little advantage against Orc. So if Colorful perform like steady, I think he has more chance. Yeah,
and that could be a threat to Lin in the lower bracket final as well. So, okay, good. That's my topics for the day. The games are starting in 17 minutes.
That's
so
right.
let's get ready for casting and have a great day.
Nice to talk to you. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Always wonderful to talk to you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye.